One of the advantages of traveling in a Class B RV, a converted van essentially, is that you have the ability to head down two-track forest roads like the one I'm on in northern Michigan and not have any plans. We drove around a couple of nights ago when we got up here looking for a space to camp. And we had quite a few options because we can fit in pretty much anywhere, like the site we're in now. As with any rig of any size, there are advantages and disadvantages. Disadvantages for a Class B would be space. People often think you can't carry much with you. There's not a lot of room in them. And that's true when you compare them to something like a Class A with big bays underneath or a giant fifth wheel that somebody's going to tow behind them. But it's really about making space for the things that you really need and finding a way to make them work for you and to fit in the way you can get them to fit in. But I think overall, most people would be surprised how much stuff we can fit into our Roadtrek 190 Popular. We carry kind of a laundry list of accessories that a lot of people don't think you would carry when you're in a Class B, and we don't set them up every time, but we have a screen tent. Inside the screen tent, we can set up our picnic table, and we have a couple of side tables that we use for the grill or for kitchen prep. We carry a couple of GCI outdoor kickback rockers. It's the smallest chairs that they make, and they are actually sort of folding bag chairs that are also rockers, and they're really comfortable, and we love having them. We carry a Solo Stove Ranger that fits inside under one of our cabinets. I've done a separate video on that I'll link to that gave you a little bit of an overview of how that works. We carry 2 bikes and their covers. If you're wondering about storage space in the Roadtrek, we do have the outside rack for the bikes, but other than that, everything goes inside somewhere. In the back door, this is where the bottom of the couch/bed sits, so anything below that is available for storage. Tends to be things that are flat. The briefcase solar, the inflatable kayak once it's deflated, all of the oars and things that go with that. Our tables, when they're folded, go back down in there because they're flat. My tools are back there. Anything that we can put in there that is generally in some sort of a bag or something that we can keep it contained so it doesn't move around a whole lot and get caught up in the mechanism with the bed. Outside storage is limited on the Roadtreks. In this model, the 190 Popular, we have basically what we call our basement, and that's just this one long unit here on the side. It is pretty amazing what you can fit in there if it's small enough and if you put it in the right order. It's a bit of playing the game of Tetris sometimes, but I've been able to pack in a lot more. That includes the grill, all of our electric cords, our water hose. We put our ground mat in there. Just a lot of little things that can fit in there that we like to not put inside the van because they tend to be outdoor type items that are maybe a little bit dirtier. And the rest of it goes inside the van. So on the floor, tucked in underneath where the couch is inside. Maybe it's on the side, maybe it's on the couch. There's different places you can put it. We've done a pretty good job of not making it a nightmare, so you can get in and move around when everything is put in its place. There are times when you have to move stuff, and particularly, as I mentioned, whether you're in day mode or night mode, when we go to set up for bed at night, the couch has to turn into the bed. So anything that's in the way of the couch moving down and becoming the bed, or anything that is on the couch already has to move. So we have a little system where anything that's in the back will come up front and sit, say, on the driver's seat for the night, and then we set up the bedroom for the evening, and that means a little extra work at night and in the morning if you're going to turn the bed back into a couch, but again, that's just a trade-off we've become used to, and it seems to work for us for now. Ask anybody that owns an RV, whether that is a Class B, a Class C, a Class A, fifth wheel travel trailer. Almost everybody I've talked to has said, we love it, but, or except for, or we wish. And that's because there is no perfect rig. There's trade-offs in every kind, but find a rig that works for you. Maybe it's the one you have right now. Get out there and get going. Maybe it's one that you're going to move up to at some point, or you're going to change rigs because you'll change the style of travel or the style of camping that you like to do. Don't let anybody tell you what the best rig is. Figure out the best rig for you. Keep on trekking, and we'll see you out there. So anything that's in the way of the bed sliding down or So anything that's in the way of the bed moving down or anything The mosquitoes are really throwing me off.